Pleasure to be speaking to Chelmsford manager Robbie Simpson after a 3-1 win at Worthing this afternoon. Robbie, really good game for the neutral and a great victory.
I thought it was a fantastic game of football, really good advert for National League South. Both teams playing some really good stuff at times. I thought for the first 35 minutes we were absolutely outstanding. Setting traps for them to play out from the back and pressing with intent, winning it high up the pitch. And then when we did win it, we kept the ball and were ruthless really with our and really really quite convincing when we won it back, which was really pleasing to see. And I thought we possibly could have had a couple more in that first half. But yeah, I thought we controlled proceedings, not necessarily with the ball, but even without it, because we were controlling where we wanted them to go and then setting a trap and then winning it high up and really reacting well off I call it a trigger of a bad touch or a bit of indecisiveness, recognising it, and that's our opportunity to pounce, and we did that really well for the first 35 minutes. Scored a really good, well worked goal ourselves, actually the first one. Frankie receiving the ball, stepping into space, passing it inside, sucking someone out, passing it inside to Trotz, who played a quick ball in behind. Edwino on the front foot winning the header, and Kai making a run in behind that we're trying to get him to do more and more of. Because when you get in that box, you get more chances to score, and I thought he finished it really well because we were right behind it, and the keeper got his angle spot on, and Kai did really well to find the net on that occasion. It might look like an easy chance and one that he should score, but the keeper's angles made it a difficult chance, so well done to Kai for finishing that off. I thought he had another outstanding day, actually, Kai, from start to finish. He was even heading balls out of our box in the second half. And obviously Cam's wonder goal. It came from us pressing high up the pitch, but he scored a wonder goal. But he's up there, he was on the front foot with intent, helping us win it high up the pitch, and then he carried on his run. And wonder finish from him. He probably won't stop talking about that for a while, unfortunately. But yeah, well done to him. And it kind of, the last 10 minutes of the first half wasn't good, Ben. It wasn't. We then maybe, rather than being really confident in our decisions, maybe just relaxed a little bit, which then relaxed our decision making, which meant we made wrong decisions, and we gifted them a goal really, and gifted them a way back into the game, because I couldn't really see them scoring beyond that. We were defending really well, even their long ball into the space behind. We knew that they might do that, and our recovery runs were good and defended our box well, as we usually do, but we gifted them that. So the half-time team talk was a bit different to what it might have been. I thought our intensity from start to finish second half was fabulous. Got a goal, winning the ball high up the pitch again, and then I think for the rest of the game it was about having a good defensive shape, not letting them penetrate, and I think and defending our box well. I'd have liked us, especially when we made the changes, to maybe relieve that pressure a little bit, but I never felt that we were out of control with it. I felt like our shape was really good, limited the spaces in between the lines, made them cross it into the box, which is a strength of ours. Our back three dealt with, although they did get headers, they weren't clean headers because our defenders just did enough, and they usually do enough. So we were quite comfortable, even though we didn't have a lot of possession that second half, and it's a good victory for us at the end of the day.
You're pleased after such a good first half, and then sort of that last 10 minutes where we weren't quite as good, to come out and play really well and get that third one to sort of basically put the game to bed.
So the start of the second half, we wanted to use the first 10 minutes of that second half to put the game to bed, and although getting the goal, being 3-1 up, the game's never over with that scoreline. We made it so with the way we defended and the way we controlled ourselves out of possession.
And then Kai Yern is only 17, but a couple of man of the match performances in the last couple of games, and now his first league goal and a really good performance again. He's sort of making a claim for that starting shirt now.
Yeah, absolutely. Kai's a great footballer. He's not held in such regard at Cambridge and beyond Cambridge. He's been in and around the England setup. If you're not a good player, it's taken him a while to get used to men's football, but he's learned every game he's played with how to play it, and up against an experienced physical centre midfield player there, he was really good physically, and then his technical ability showed, and like I said, making runs beyond helps him get goals, and making the box helps him get goals, which he's getting used to. A lot of youth team football is probably played in front, you know, and getting used to men's football and running behind is something that he's learning all the time and getting better and better at. And another fabulous game from him today, and I'm sure he'll be in the running for man of the match again.
And the last 20 minutes was sort of a different game where they brought the big striker and they sort of put the balls in the box, and the centre backs were getting forward to hit it Olvier, but he played really well again to keep it a 3-1 scoreline. We saw the game out in the end.
Yeah, he tipped a few headers over. I've got to say, if he got beat, I'd be disappointed in them. Like I say, we just done enough, you know, defensively, and yeah, I thought that them changing to that tactics, which they were going to do, really kind of played into our hands, but we made them change into that tactic because their initial play wasn't working. Like I say, they were having lots of possession, but I felt like we were in control of that possession for the majority. I would have liked us, like I said, to have relieved the pressure a bit and keep the ball up the top end a bit more in that latter stages, but we've done enough to claim a very good victory.
And a rare midweek off. We haven't got another one until January, so a good preparation in training for Dartford, who have gone top of the league today.
Yeah, well, we're going to have. We're not going to actually physically train Tuesday. Some lads might see the physios and get some recovery in their legs, or go to the gym. But then we're going to watch the England games together and have some food and just spend some time with each other away from the training pitch, which I think is important for us going forward. And then we'll train Thursday in detail, ready for Dartford Saturday.
Okay, top victory today, Simo, and well done today. See you next Saturday.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.